Hey, what's up guys? Rev here. So today I ask that you indulge me as I take a little victory lap after my victory over two corporations. This is a story of copyright and copyright abuse that is allowed on YouTube, and I think it's a story that many YouTubers can relate to, and I think it's something important to share. So the month of July has been an extra stressful one for me, not because of anything to do with my videos per se. I really like how they turned out, I like the reaction, and I've gotten tons of support. It's not like that. This has to do with copyright. For the majority of this month, I have been one strike away from termination with 2 copyright strikes against my channel. And to give you an idea of how crazy that is, I've been on YouTube for almost 6 years, and I have never gotten a single copyright strike until this month. And I got 2 in 5 days from 2 separate companies. Either I'm really unlucky or that is just crazy, right? Now the 2 claims come from 2 very different companies. One was from MiHoYo, the Chinese company responsible for Genshin Impact, and the other is a lesser-known company named Mulby, which is a Japanese company that represents a bunch of different Japanese license holders, and they're infamous among anime YouTubers because they claim videos left and right. They're like the meme where they'll claim a whole ass 10-minute video because you use 2 seconds of their copyrighted material. But nonetheless, I share this because I think it's a good story. It's very relatable. I know you guys like the behind the scenes stuff, and you can just get an idea of how crazy copyright and how broken it is on YouTube. So, having said all that, enjoy the wow in the background as I talk and ramble, and let's get into it. So the first claim was from MiHoYo. This happened right at the beginning of the month. So around that time, I made a video about the character Kusanali from the upcoming Sumeru region. There was leaks on Twitter of this character design that people were sharing, and there was a lot of outrage over this character because her skin was too pale for a character that was supposed to be from a region of the game akin to the Middle East. Now, the purpose of my video talking about it was to do entirely with the outrage stemming from the leaks on Twitter. Genshin Impact leaks are very, very common, and the reason my video was taken down, not just taken down for copyright, but also a copyright strike applied to my channel for violating fair use on YouTube, was because I shared a screenshot of a tweet sharing one of these Kusanali leaks. Now, it was just a low-res image that many people were sharing, dozens of accounts were sharing, and the whole purpose, the intent of my video, was to share the outrage to the tweet. As a consequence, yes, I leaked, quote-unquote, this character design. But here's the thing. What exactly did I leak? The tweet that this video was based on is still up on Twitter right now with over, last time I checked, 60,000 likes on it. That's not 60,000 eyes on it. That's 60,000 likes, leaving me to believe that at least several 100,000 people saw that leak. So again, what exactly am I leaking? And not only did that account share the leak, there were dozens of other accounts with tens of thousands of likes either sharing the leak or talking about the leak with the leak still involved in their images, okay? So what exactly am I leaking here? I have absolutely no idea. And people will claim, oh, well, they filed a strike against you because technically it's against MiHoYo policy to leak information. Okay. I'm sorry, but MiHoYo's company policy is not YouTube fair use policy. It is not the law here. And their filing of a strike against my channel for this leak that wasn't even my main intent of the video is not right. It's abusing the system to basically bully me into taking down my video. Now, here's the thing. Because copyright strikes are so rare on my channel, like I said, I had never gotten one before. This was my first copyright strike ever. The video was down, and this was maybe a few days into July. I said, you know what? That sucks. But you know what? I don't want to fight this. I don't have the time and energy for this. I'm going to let what happens on YouTube is, if you get a copyright strike and you let it fade for 3 months, if you go 3 months without a subsequent strike, that first strike goes away and you're clean again. Same thing goes with community guidelines, okay? I figured, like, all I have to do is make it 3 months without another strike, having only one strike on my channel is not the biggest deal. It is kind of a big deal because they're only 2 strikes away from termination. But I said, you know what, I'm just going to wait out the 3 months. What are the chances that I'll get another strike in 3 months? Well, you can play the Curb Your Enthusiasm meme because it happened 5 days later, okay? This time, it was the company Mulby. Again, it's an agency that represents Japanese copyright holders who file claims left and right. I have dealt with Mulby before. However, the difference is back then was primarily when I was making anime memes like 4 or 5 years ago. They just claimed the video, right? They just made it so you couldn't monetize it, which at that time I didn't even have monetization anyway, so like who cared? But Mulby made a claim against a video where it was essentially a 2.5 minute open love letter to the anime Dropkick on My Devil, one of my favorite anime of all time. Okay, and the reason I talked about it was because in a recent episode of their 3rd season, they featured a cameo from Hatsune Miku. Okay, and what I just wanted to talk about it. I thought it was really cool, and I talked about the main purpose of the video was just talking about the anime itself, and I said, by the way, it's also cool that they included Hatsune Miku in a recent episode. And I said it's also really cool that they used her actual voice software to voice the character. And of course, I shared a 5-second clip of her delivering one line, one sentence. And all it was, the intent of it, again, was for the purpose of the video. It's coverage of this anime in this cameo. And I'm showing they used her actual voice. That's pretty cool. Well, I guess the folks over at Mulby disagreed. But here's the weird thing. Originally, this was maybe the 6th of the month. They filed late one night a copyright claim on the video, which is okay. I was like, all right, whatever. I ignored it because I'm like, they took away my ability to monetize it. I'm like, that's fine. I don't care. It's one video. I move on. But then I wake up the next day and they must have changed their mind because they escalated it to a full takedown and a copyright strike against my channel, saying again, I violated YouTube's fair use policies. And I'll put the fair use policies up again. I don't know if I did earlier or I will in editing, but look through them. Again, tell me something like that is not fair use. That's ridiculous. But anyways, at that point, what am I going to do? And let me note this. It's much like the MiHoYo situation. I got that sample, that 5-second sample of Miku from that anime from a YouTube video. I trimmed it from a YouTube video that is still up. I'm not going to narc on the person, but you can find it with a 2-second search. Their video, get this, their video is still up, no strike, still up, no takedown, with 10 plus million views. It has over 10 million views, and they haven't taken that one down. And that one is a 40-second scene unedited. It actually is not fair use, but they let that one sit up, but they filed a strike and a takedown over my fair use sample of that scene. Wrap your head around that. So at that point, when I saw that, after taking a few deep breaths, of course, I had to take action at that point. I'm not going to sit on 2 strikes. You know, the panic starts ensuing. You think everything's over and you have to like pick up the pieces because my channel's doomed, right? So that was the point where I had to file what's called a counter notification. A counter notification is basically your statement to the company that you have a fair use exception or some other exception that allows you to have this video and that you shouldn't get a strike on your channel. And YouTube actually has to approve of this first. And in the process, you have to share all of your personal information with the claimant, by the way. Your personal name, address, everything, which is excellent news, especially when there's a lot of people who fake this stuff to get your information. Okay? And then if they approve what you say, then they send it to the claimant and they have 10 to 14 days, 10 to 14 business days to show proof that they're bringing you to court, that they're taking legal action against you. Well, long story short, I got the counter notifications approved both on the same day, and I had to wait 10 to 14 business days, and lo and behold, They didn't nut up, they shut up because they let the claims slip. And after roughly 2 weeks, both of the claims were dropped. And then I immediately scurried over to the videos. They were both up, strikes removed. And actually, they were both live in public. But I took them down and deleted them because I wasn't going to give them the opportunity to come back and strike me again over this. This whole situation has been very frustrating and a reminder of how fickle and easily abused the YouTube copyright system is. And again, there's no punishment for what MiHoYo did and what Mulby did. They're not going to get punished for these false claims. They're just going to keep doing it and not worry about it. And also, I know personally several other anime YouTubers who covered the Kusanali stuff, and they got claimed as well. And strikes, I should say. They got strikes on their channel. I don't know how they resolved them, but they got strikes as well. And some of them went even further than me and actually censored the screenshots and still got taken down. But here's the thing. I was not gonna get taken down for some goober-ass copyright strikes, okay? I'm gonna go down for something cool. Like, I'm gonna do community guidelines or something like that. You know, I'm gonna while out, okay? I am not going down for fake copyright nonsense. So I was willing to take this as far as it needed to go, and luckily, it worked. And now I'm a free man once again. I have a clean record, and we're chilling. And there's some positives that come out of this, right? Positives is it reminds someone like me who sometimes over pushes on YouTube and ignores other things to expand and diversify, right? Don't put all of your eggs in one basket. This is not just for me. This is for every other YouTuber watching this. Okay? Stream, find sponsorships, work on second channels. And for me, the big thing is I did a really big revamp of my Patreon. It's really nice. I've been uploading deleted videos on there. We've uploaded probably 5 or 6 in the last week or so. And it's a really good opportunity because I have literally hundreds of deleted videos, whether it was takedowns, age-restricted videos, things like that that I've had to take down to help keep my channel healthy. Those are all going on there. They're safe. They're fun. We've gotten a ton of support there. In fact, I have a goal of at 100 patrons, we're going to do a merch drop, which is going to be really fun. And only in a week, we've gone all the way up to 47. So we're doing great. Again, if you want to check that out, it is in the description. Feel free. No pressure. I'm good with you watching this video is enough support for me. But if you want to go beyond, check out my Patreon. So enough plugs there. I hope this video was helpful. I know my experience is one shared by many, many, many YouTubers. And again, I don't know what the fix is here because the YouTube copyright system is absolutely broken and it makes it way too easy for these companies to make these damaging and very impactful claims against people's channels for nothing other than really just pettiness. But that's going to do this. I made it the whole time without messing up a line. But that's going to do it for this video. Hope you guys all enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time.